Greetings, ladies and gentlefish. Now, this game's a bit of an odd one. This video is going to be a bit of an odd one. I was in two minds as to whether to show this or not. And clearly, you know, YouTube channel, I can show what I want. If I don't want to show a game, I don't have to show it, obviously. But I thought it would be more representative, more honest, if I did show this game. So, this game is going to come with some context. Just firstly, we're in the WZ-132, Tier 8 Chinese light tank, and we are here on Prokhorovka or Fiery Salient. It's Fiery Salient. And it's a Tier 10 game, which is, you know, to be expected in a Tier 8 light tank. Now, at the time of playing this, so this is about personal missions. I have always advocated, with personal missions, don't try and complete them, just play whatever tanks it is you want to play, and eventually they will come. I think that is the less stressful way of doing it. I think that is the more relaxing way of doing it. And it's what I've been trying to do. But I had, at this point, had Light Tank Mission 15 selected for the T-28 heavy tank concept for absolutely ages. Since turning it on, I had ground through the AMX 1375 and the T-71 and played a bunch of games in other light tanks as well. So for those who don't know, I don't know if it shows it here. Yes. In order to complete Light Tank Mission 15 for the T-28 heavy tank concept, you have to have a total of damage and assistance damage of being 5,000. And the secondary objective is to survive the battle. And this is where the rub comes in. I had had numerous games where I'd survived the battle and hit kind of 4,975 damage done. And I'd also had quite a few games where I've achieved the 5,000 target, but I died. And I died, pretty much invariably, it was either that the team had just collapsed, and so, you know, you were the last one left, and so you died, or everything was going swimmingly, it would have all been fine, and then whether through either carelessness or just general douchebaggery, probably carelessness, a friendly teammate, I use friendly in the loosest term there, had shot me. And that shot either directly or indirectly resulted in my death. Directly, i.e. they actually got the killing shot on me, or indirectly, they took off enough of my health that the guy that I was now engaging to circle to death only had to put one shot in to kill me, which is not what I'd been banking on when I went in to do the engagement, but it's what happened, and I died. All of which was rather frustrating. And so when I played this game, I was, frankly, a bit cheesed off with my teams, and just fed up with these frigging idiots. And I generally don't think they were doing it intentionally, but the number of times I had been shot by my own team was just incredibly frustrating. Now, you could say, why are you trying to do this mission with the secondary objectives? That's because, whilst I am slowly doing the artillery missions, I wanted to get the T-28 heavy tank concept, and this was the last mission with that if I'd done it with honours, I would need to get the T-28 HTC, and I don't grind artillery. I play artillery occasionally, but grinding artillery just makes me very frustrated and makes me want to, you know, kick kittens, so I don't do that. Anyway, that's the context for this game, so bear that in mind when we get to the end. I'm not proud of it, but anyway, bear that in mind when we get to the end. As I say, I thought it was more honest to show this game for the sake of completeness, I guess, rather than just not show you something that I wasn't really proud of. So, all game so far, I've basically been driving along this mid-ridge, trying to spot enemy tanks for my friendlies to shoot, and this GW Tiger P, to be fair to him, has been trying to shoot the targets I've shot at, but he's in an artillery piece, and so whether he actually damages something or not is a lottery. WZ doesn't have good gun depression, has a decent enough gun, but does get a very nice camo rating, and also gets really nice ground resistances, meaning that it has very good off-road mobility. Now, this is an encounter game, for those who haven't noticed. This is a very good map to be in when driving a light tank. Lots of opportunities for spotting. There is actually a bush over on the left-hand side that I could have parked myself in and could have used. But for some reason, I think in this game I wasn't feeling confident about getting to that in time. Probably looking at the enemy team list, seeing they had a couple of light tanks, and as I said, I wasn't really confident I'd be able to make it in time. And if I had gone into that bush, who knows? Maybe this game would have gone differently. But I didn't. I instead decided to patrol this central region. And if you look at the map, you'll notice we have an awful lot of machines sitting at J2 doing nothing. So far we have 1 kill, courtesy of that GW Tiger P, our artillery piece. And I just have the slimmest of shots over that ridgeline into the Panther. And then back off because I got spotted by the object, and they are in our base, capping, and this is bad. But if you look at the minimap, it looks like our E100 is strapping on his man pants to do what needs to be done and to get himself into that capture circle. We have some heavy tanks, medium tanks, tank destroyers and whatnot over on the hill there, but they appear to be backing off. I kind of put myself over the edge to see if I can spot the person who is capping. Doesn't look like I'm able to, but someone does put a nice chunk of damage into that object 140, which should be my spotting damage, so that's not too shabby. And just trying to find opportunities. That Panther 2 has been put on low health. The Object 140 on our team, to give credit to him, has now moved forward along the 2 line, doing some spotting, and oh Christ, that's a Death Star. Nope. Nopety nopety nope. Do not want to get shot by that guy. But I spot the Death Star and the Death Star 2, both of the FVs, the tier 10 British tank destroyers. And people put some shots into them. Now, we just lost our Object 140. And our T-28 prototype is taking a right royal pasting, so the enemy team clearly have campers up at their end of the 1 and 2 lines. Which is a little suboptimal, but there we go. Our Object 140, whilst I'm all in favour of him doing spotting, he does need to do it very carefully. He is in a top tier tank after all. We just lost our T-28 prototype. The cap, of course, is now not so much a problem, as our E100 is sitting in it, and E100s are pretty good at being immovable objects. The Object 140 on the enemy team, who is kind of mirroring my position, has taken a bit of a pasting there, so he doesn't have much health left. And I'm trying to spot these guys who are now pushing down the 1 and 2 lines. These campers just sitting at the back of the 1 and 2 lines. So far they've basically done jack all game, and now the enemy are pushing into their position. I've been spotted getting over here, but we'll take a shot of opportunity at the Panther 88. Don't do any damage, unfortunately. And then I pull back, just trying to keep these guys lit up and put in some flanking fire, if I possibly can. Just lost the CDC. There's a Batchat 25 ton down there, and there's also the tier 10 Batchat artillery piece, both of whom are likely going to go to a better place. I'm trying to help these guys. There's the Panther again. Have to expose a lot of my tank to get that shot off because I have terrible gun depression. And no, the Batchat's running away. Our artillery's screwed. I need to leg it. Seeing if I can put a shot into that IS-3 before I do, but nah. This is looking really messy now. T-49 spots me. Object 140 looks like he might be trying to kill me, although hopefully, this sounds horrible, but I imagine they're probably distracted by the pair of Batchats, the artillery piece, and the medium tank. They're far more valuable targets to kill than I am. And we do actually manage to pick up a couple more kills now, which evens the score up a little bit, but there goes the Batchat artillery piece. And soon to follow... Oh, there's that Panther again. I put a shot into him, but soon to follow is our Batchat medium tank. To make matters worse, our friendly E100 has also fallen. That was the guy who was actually sitting in the capture circle, stopping the enemy team from winning by cap. Now, it looks like the enemy team either have reset the cap themselves, or our team has shot them, and it looked like it was the T-71 who was probably capping, and he has now decided to get the hell out of Dodge. This side of the train tracks is lost now. It would just be me and that artillery piece, and I'm terribly sorry to the artillery piece, but I can't hang around over there. I will just die. So I run away, and I'm trying to do what I can for my team. I'm trying to look for an opportunity to put some damage in and to try and help my team out. LTTB nails the T-71, which is good. That's another light tank down, so that reduces the enemy team's view range coverage. If we can nail the IS-8 and the Object-140, that would be fantastic. They're both on really low health, and that would even up the scores. FV4005 is going for our LTTB, which is not good. Really want that LTTB to stay alive, so I'm going to go in and try and help him out versus the Death Star, but it's too little too late. The FV puts a shot into that LTTB. Now, I decide that I'm going to try and take advantage of this guy's reload to put some damage into him. It takes him something like 30 seconds to reload. I've put an AP round in. I'm now loading a high explosive round, spot out the enemy artillery, and my high explosive round, of course, fails miserably to do enough damage. Doesn't penetrate, which is kind of awkward. So now I've got an armor piercing round loaded, near miss from the artillery, and a high damage roll from my armor piercing finishes that guy off. FV wants me, but nope. So I use my repair kit. Oh, and that was lucky. I use my repair kit to repair the tracks and back off. FV shoots me, doesn't actually hit me, but still does damage, and I managed to kill him. And whilst I was engaging that FV and the artillery piece, most of my team have collapsed. Just the AMX-30B left. He's in my vicinity, and he killed the Object-140, but then the enemy artillery just shut him down. I put one shot into that GWE-100, take a shot in my side from the IS-8, and I have to run away now. Now, what is going through my head? Well, I don't have my med pack anymore, so I've got a damaged gun. I'm on less than half health, and the enemy team are capping. This is where the scumbaggery comes in. It is me outnumbered, alone, 5v1. If I go to try and engage them, there's a very good chance I'm just going to die. It is very unlikely that I'm going to be able to win this game. Now, I always say go and try and win this game. Go and try and win the game as much as you can. But in this case, I was so flipping fed up with being shot by my own team, as I say in previous games, that I thought I'm very unlikely to win this. Screw it, I actually want to get something from this game. Now, I don't run any mods, so I don't know how much damage I've done, and I don't know how much assistance damage I've done. But I reckon I've done a good amount. At the time, I think I was estimating something around the order of like 2k damage done, 3k assistance, something like that. I have a camo crew on this machine. It's fast, it's got good off-road mobility, it's got a good view range. I spotted the 5120, and that's actually suboptimal here, because what I'm trying to do is run away and let the enemy team cap, because then at least I will survive, and I have a hope in hell of completing Light Tank Mission 15 with honours to get myself the T28 HTC. Scumbag move, in my opinion, but I'm doing it anyway. What's wrong with having spotted the enemy AMX? Well, it means he knows that I'm down here now. He probably knew anyway, but whatever. So now, if I continue going on my nice little adventure down the K-line, then there's a good chance that I will get spotted. I'm just going to sit in this bush. The AMX CDC is calling me an idiot. He's perfectly right to do so. And that's it. That's the game. The game ends. The enemy team cap the base. I'm left alive. And that was my bit of scumbaggery for that game that I'm not particularly proud of. But I thought, as I say, I would show for the sake of completeness, because anyone can get annoyed by the teams they're getting in this game and try and salvage whatever they can from the particular game they're playing. So, regardless of what you think of what I just did there, question remains, did I actually complete Light Tank Mission 15 in this game? Let's find out. The answer is yes. So at least the game wasn't a complete waste of time. At least, you know, got something out of it. Third class mastery, duelist, fire for effect, but I didn't care about all of that. I completed Light Tank Mission 15, the aggressive recon specialist, with honours, and got myself the T28 heavy tank concept with this game. 2,369 damage, 2 kills, 617 base experience. Easily puts me at the top of the team on experience, and if you order the team by damage done, I'm still pretty close to the top. 14 shots fired, 11 hits, 10 pens. For that, basically 2.4k damage, most of which was at relatively close range. Received 2 hits, 1 penned, 1 didn't, and 2 as a result of HE splash. 5 enemy tanks spotted, 6 damaged, 2 destroyed, and 2,684 assistance damage. Combine that with my actual damage total, and that just, by the skin of my teeth, pushed me over 5k, and I survived. Yes, it was a scummy thing to do, but it worked. Made some money into the process because I was running a premium account at the time. Big woo. That wasn't really what I was interested in. I was interested in having completed T28 mission, light tank number 15. And so I got the tank. Now, I do not recommend that any of you guys do that, but sometimes you do just get so frustrated, and it doesn't seem to matter what you do. Your team is determined not only to lose the game, but also to shoot you in the process and give you the worst experience you can possibly get. And just ever so occasionally you think, screw you guys, screw you. I am sick and tired of having to deal with this bunch of not very useful people. Let's phrase it like that. And so instead I'm gonna go and try and get something out of this, and screw you all. So, I hope you enjoyed that game, and whether or not you agree with what I did, hopefully you can at least understand it. Cue the downvotes, I am fully expecting it. But, nonetheless, if you did like it, God help you, but if you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos, and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao ciao.